Welcome everyone to week 20 of EU1. We're nearing the end of the season, and I'm your host Shane, and today I have Matty Robbo with me.
Hi Shane.
Hello.
Hi everyone. Yeah. Thought I'd just nip in and help Shane out, really. For
Great.
this evening.
And I thank you for that.
Yes, no worries. Should be exciting. We've got 18 drivers, mate. 18.
Yeah. Apparently I miscounted. I thought we'd have 20 and it would be the first full grid in EU1 I have commentated on, but it wasn't possible apparently.
Close. We're close. It's fine though. Yeah, so 11 technically 11 EU1 drivers and 7 reserves. The EU1 drivers are Lynx, Jensen, Ron Zeus, you may have seen a couple of times, Fruit, Seabucks, Alp, Konzo, Hersey's making his return, also known as Herald, Dan, Thomas, Shifters, and then a few others that have nipped into reserve. So Dynamo from Tier 2, Bama's done some Tier 2 stuff from EU side, Kelsa's also Tier 2, Spud Tier 2, who else am I missing? Electric Blade, EU2 standard, and Vamu. So the important thing is ABS is back on for the rest of the season.
Maybe the reason why there's 18 drivers, but sure.
I made the cutthroat decision, and that only to benefit also this tier, but also the league as a whole in general. That was Mercedes of Bama very close to hitting the back of someone else. I think it cost them.
That's unfortunate, as Jensen's actually going through maggots and baggots, if I'm not wrong, if it's called that. It should be.
Ooh, Dan's retired at Cops.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I've also saw Pure Blades retired at turn 1, turn 2. As he comes around his long right hander now, gets down to the last final 3 corners of the race, of the track, I'm sorry, to set the first lap of the session. And that will be the time to beat on the mediums. For now, provisional pole is Jensen's with 27.1. And now it's time for the soft runners to cross the line. It's Electric Blade, that's still mediums. And there we go, Seabucks, 26.7. Bama goes third, 27.6. Alp takes the fastest lap away. Only by, what is it, 10 hundredths of a second? Am I right? Yeah.
I would say it's that.
That's pretty close.
The difference between the softs and the mediums is about, I had this all written up and I thought I wasn't going to need it, I believe 9 tenths.
That's
anywhere between half a second and 9 tenths.
That's pretty nice info.
So we're looking at a pole time of probably a 26.2 potentially. I reckon. Depends how quick some of these guys are feeding this evening, Shane.
Yeah, definitely. But it is EU1, so they're actually. I mean, they should be pretty fast, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the there's still a gap between EU1 and EU2, but I don't think it's
definitely
big as what it used to be.
Definitely bigger than the gap between EU4 and EU3, but
I think generally the top of EU4 is that title battle of EU4 and like the mid-air of EU2, so there's not really that much difference in it. It's actually quite close this season, which is...
Wait, so you're saying that
it's strange.
We are like about leveled with the midfield of EU2?
Well, you look at it last night, so Luke was reserving last night EU2. And
really? He reserved EU2?
Yeah, and he wasn't... In qualifying, he qualified 10th, and then he wasn't massively out of it in the race. They're not exactly getting dominated. So
was there rain yesterday or not in EU2?
No, it wasn't. It was a dry race yesterday.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Qualifying yesterday for EU2 was tight. It was 9/10 between first and Spuzz just dropped it on Wellington Straight. There was 9/10 between first and 16th at one point.
That's not much.
That person that was 16th ended up then getting pole. From nowhere.
Lol. That's yeah. Sucks actually, because I love the Britain in the rain, Silverstone in the rain on Monday was pretty good. I think I had a good setup, but my setup also worked in the dry, but it was just faster in the rain, I felt, or I was like more comfortable with it on the rain in the rain. Let me say it like that.
Mhm.
Has Fruitfuls slipstream in Thomas here. Oh no, they're driving in the pits, okay.
I think they were going to. It's not the first time it's happened before. We are going to have 19, I believe.
Oh,
Someone's
really?
going to join the session and hopefully retire straight away. This is where it's going to... Lobbies have not been great in recent times.
Definitely not, so that's why I don't like getting people joining through quali, but I mean...
Not really.
I've only had it actually happening during my times on the comms. I never had it happen when I was racing though, and people also joined through quali back then, so I don't know what it is that causes it exactly, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't, which is weird in my opinion.
It's probably my fault at some point, let's be honest.
That's what you said, not what I said. Andy Woo. Oh goddamn, there is a McLaren missing. I thought they were both driving. I checked the attendance list, but because I heard that EU1 was now accessible for everyone to race in, so I was like, hey. I mean, the previous two times when ABS was allowed and everyone was able to race in EU1 was one of them was Singapore. I mean, I wanted to, but like I just started on comms in EU1. Also, if I was going to race, then who's gonna do comms? Because it's just me and you, and no one else. No one else applied on Discord.
No one's here. But that's fine. Yeah, it was also the other thing is to encourage some of the EU2 guys to race, potentially some of those that are going to go up next season.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is not too far away. Although we've still got 4 races left, I am planning, along with all the other admins, planning what we're going to do for next season. So
I should link some the Expo with the 26/7/25, but I'm curious for next season. I really am. I'm very curious to what next season is gonna bring, and driver moves in people going up divisions.
Yeah, there's a few people I have in mind that could have to jump up 1 or 2 tiers, and it's whether they're gonna be wanting to do that. Oh, yeah. Someone's just spun. Who was that?
I think that's a Ferrari on Wellington Straight, I think it is.
Vamu spun at Cops as well, so both of the Ferraris going slowly, but it's fine.
No big deal. Yeah. Vamu hasn't set a time yet, but I think... Bama took too much grass, I think. And he's out.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know how you found it. I think people struggle with turn 1 and
struggling
Cops.
With turn 1.
Just like the rear end stability of the car, I think a few people struggle.
Definitely not. Well, I mean, I wasn't in the rain, but so I got my setup from a friend, and he drove it in the dry, and he gave it, and I tested it in the dry, and it felt good. But then we tested it on a race with the weather settings from the race on Monday, which is what we usually do, so we know like kinda around where the rain's gonna stop. Yeah, like at the crossover point from wet to dry, turn 1 felt really tricky for me, but when it was fully dry or fully wet, like turn 1 was nothing. Cops Cops was easy in the wet, but a bit more difficult in the dry.
Yeah, Out has just gone on pole and put a 26.3, which is kind of the ballpark figure I was expecting.
I know Seabuck's got a 26.5, but completely missed this one.
Kelce's got a 27 flat and in 4th place. That's a good qualifying for him. Back off his podium yesterday as well in EU2. That was a good result. Hersey's improving meanwhile, and it looks to be putting himself on the 2nd row of the grid. And he does have 26.6.
P3.
Spud, I think, is that off? Not Spud, because Spud's already out. It's Thomas. Made a little spin. So
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to just say interesting point, see what Jensen Shifters does, because they both set their best times on mediums, and they're 6 and 7.
But are they going to stay on the mediums?
Well, Fruit's just done a medium time as well, and he's just gone.
Jensen's on an outlap on the soft, so I think he wants pole.
Shifters is putting a lap in, and he's looking like he's going to be close to that pole time as well. Yeah, 26.4.
Oh yeah, completely missed him. He's very close to that. I think he might drop down to P3 depending on what Jensen does, or he might not. You never know. So Jensen's almost done with his outlap. Jensen should
Should we go on board with his lap?
Yeah, we should. I've been on broadcast with him the whole time, but we can go on board too.
We'll take them for a lap, shall we?
Yeah. Let's do
so
it.
round right club. There's the start-finish straight, and we are on the run up to turn 1, which is going to be 8th through 8th gear. This is turn 2, pretty much all flat out into the first braking zone of turn 3 through Village. Then this is the loop. Before we go on to the Worthington Straight, the first DRS zone on the lap. All the way up to 8th gear. We're going to throw this sucker in and shift down to potentially 4th to get that extra rotation. Through Luffield and now Woodcote. Now we're going to go down the old start-finish straight towards Cops, where we've seen Lewis and Max come to blows this season. That's pretty much flat out through there. They may have to lift during the race through Maggots and Beckett's, probably one of the most satisfying complexes on the calendar to get correct. Onto the Hangar Straight, DRS open once again, and this is going to go see what he gets up to, close to 200 miles an hour before he throws it into Stowe. Not to run too wide, kept it in between the lines, very neat and tidy. As we go towards Vale, touch deep, straightens it up through club on the exit, and this is going to possibly be pole. It is.
It is.
26.2.
He does it again.
Yeah, 26.2 I predicted, and we're bang on.
Yeah, well done. So if that's the case, then tell me who's going to win the race.
Who's going to win? It's hard to look away from the top two. Safety car really opened up EU2 yesterday.
If I move
massively.
Yeah, about that, I don't understand EU4 at all. Like, easy tracks, we get safety cars. We get Britain in the rain, we don't get a single safety car. I'm lost, like, honestly.
Yeah, you drove all magnificently, actually. Pretty much on Monday.
What, Britain?
Yeah, I didn't think most of you didn't drive too badly.
Oh no, I was doing great, but then I got into the gravel trap with my left tires and probably a bit too aggressive coming out of the gravel, and then I lost my front wing, which caused the first VSC. And that set me back a lot. But I also underfueled the car because I was really certain there was going to be a safety car, to be honest. Because, yeah, I mean, it's Britain, it's in the wet, so I was really thinking people would crash and bring out safety cars, but not a single safety car came along. So I underfueled the car, and it was a bad move because I ran out of fuel halfway through the last lap. Actually, like on the last long straight after Maggots and Baggots. That's where that's when my fuel said I'm done.
Andy Wu in the McLaren.
Yeah, he's almost finished his lap.
He's going to put in a lap.
That's when we retires, calls it a day.
I think he'll be very happy with a PA. And there's 27.6 on the medium. Probably just getting his eye in. Dynamo also on the medium tyre. I think these guys are going to be quite happy to start at the back and have free choices tyres.
I'm seeing the top drivers behind Jensen are all cracking on for another one, try and get pole. If you look at Alp and Jensen, the time difference is not that much. If there's also 2 tenths, I think that's... I mean, you should be able to, but...
So Harold was a 10th up, but I think he's just lost it through a little bit of that time through Woodcote.
That's really annoying.
We'll see how much time he's lost when he finishes Nuggets and Beckett's and then Chapel. He actually gained half a tenth, which at the moment is going to put him quite close to third place.
That's really good.
We will wait in suspense to see what the Red Bull does as he goes round the last corner. This should be pretty close to
P5.
Oh, he lost a little bit of time towards the end. Fruit's gone off through the loop. So that is his qualifying over.
I think the next one of the top runners will be Shifters. Yes, it is.
This could be pole, actually.
It isn't.
Oh, not
it
quite.
Isn't.
Half a tenth. Alp's
Next
going,
up,
Alp's
Lynx.
a quarter of a second up.
Lynx is up next. Alp is a little bit further behind. As Lynx comes around the final corner right now, and will it be pole? No, it's not. It's
No.
P4. Can Alp take it then?
Possibly.
1/10 difference. Is he up by 1/10? Yes, he is.
Out goes pole. 26-1.
Yeah.
Seabucks is going to
Well done.
improve slightly, but not position-wise. No, not quite. Close to Lynx. And Hersey's finished. What can Konzo? Oh, Konzo's invalidated.
Oh.
He's 4 tenths up nearly. So Shane, that is the end of qualifying.
Yes, it is, and we did have some is it tension at the end of the session? I
Yeah,
don't
a
know.
little bit of tension.
I don't know. Dutch is my native language, so
That's fine. 3.5 tenths separating the top 6, so close.
very good. You love to see it.
You do. Hopefully, it will be some close racing.
Hopefully,
Although-
hopefully it will.
We're going to have to keep in mind of the person that is down in 9th place. Is on the medium tyre. He set his best lap on.
That's
By the
nice.
way.
I wouldn't be surprised if the people outside the top 10 start on the mediums, but
No, I think there'll be a case of splitting strategies, I think, between some of these drivers. Not really seen anyone use the alternate strategy, especially like EU side of things. Obviously, EU4 rained on Monday. EU3 there was safety
yeah, we
cars
just had free choice of tyre, to be honest.
right at the
It's
end.
Inters and then you choose.
EU2 also saw a late safety car as well, so we've not really seen anyone use the soft medium and then the alternate strategy of the medium soft up against each other. So
Okay, that's actually some nice information to know. Let's be honest. If we get a safety car tonight, yeah, if it's a late one, I probably see these guys diving in. I don't know if the difference will be that much though. Depending on how many laps you have left, I think it is.
yeah, depends how many laps there are.
Because if you have like 2 or 3 laps and you stay on the mediums, I don't think it's that big of a deal, or is it?
We look to be. I'm not going to say it.
Don't do it. Oh, blades left.
That's possibly, I think he's tried out his controller, and I don't think the thumbstick is working properly. So
okay.
I'm sure he'll let me know anyway.
Yeah, I trust you.
So, 26 lap race.
I'm down.
It is a one stop. It's going to take us about 38.5 minutes from what I saw from the time delta yesterday, without any safety cars.
Okay.
Soft tyres. Interestingly, it's 4.5 seconds between the soft medium and the soft hard. The soft will do the opening stint of about 9 to 11 laps, and then from then you're going to be either using the mediums or hards.
Yeah, definitely. Unless, I mean, if there's a safety car early, the mediums can actually go pretty long, to be honest.
The mediums can go long. It's depending on how good your tyre saving, or how good you are with your tyres.
If that's a question for me, not so good, but
if you're more harsh on your tyres, you're probably going to go for the hards because it would be the safer option, but you're probably going to be a bit slower.
I mean, there's not a lot of tracks that actually where the hards are actually valid strategy on this game. Like, the hards is not the tire you want to be on.
And then the mediums, well, I think the medium's just a very solid tyre.
Yeah, definitely.
So
some tracks they go long. Other tracks they don't. I mean, they'll always go longer than softs, but there's only a few tracks that use hards, which one of them I know is Azerbaijan, because that's usually what I do. But there are a couple others.
that is good news.
Yes, there's a timer. EU1
There's a timer.
EU1 just takes their time all the time.
Well, they're allowed to take their time. 1 minute.
Yeah.
We give them, which is good.
Yeah,
it's probably there's be some decisions made of how much fuel they're going to put in the car. We've seen this week some people, especially in that EU4 race, some people ran out of fuel towards the end, and cost them a podium. Which
oh really? Did it? Who ran out of fuel?
Bruce.
Oh, did he?
Ran out of fuel. Yeah, he jumped. He was in second and fighting Luke. Luke then picked up a penalty, so they both had 3 seconds each. But he ran out of fuel.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Though. That's really unfortunate. I mean, if I didn't underfuel my car, I would have had P4 or P5. I think. If Bruce ran out of fuel, then I'd probably had P4 or P5.
So, Shane, they were listening to you. Most of them have gone the mediums.
Yes, most of them
the only person outside the top 10 that hasn't gone on the mediums is Blades. Blades has gone on the softs, but I don't think he's been able to join his car, which could be interesting.
I mean, he might. I don't know if he's still going to be able to do so now. Shouldn't he be able to? Or can he only do that once the race starts?
I think once the race starts, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, we definitely will.
As we saw from qualifying, most people in the top 10 are on the softs. Other than Fruit got that advantage.
He is an AI car, so
in terms of strategy on going on the mediums. However, the initial start, there's not.
Fruitful.
The thing is, he's only going to lose realistically off the start, possibly one position.
2 electric blades.
And that's because everyone else behind him, luckily for his sake, are on the mediums.
Also on the mediums, yeah.
So I've got the predicted pit stop strategy powered by AWS, as they call it. That 15 or 16, the medium runners will think about coming in. So they can do.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think if you can stretch the softs to lap 16, well done. I know I can't, but I probably pit around 13, 14, 15. That's what I do. But if the race strategy suggests 15 or 16, then I think 13 or 14 could be a very good undercut. Also, the longest pit lane on the calendar.
It is a very long time. I worked out the other day, it's about 36 seconds, 37 seconds.
And it's very annoying when you're driving. Let's be honest.
So I will leave it to your devices. You can see the lights.
I can, but why is my screen wobbling? Now it is anymore. That's 5 lights and we're off. There we go. Now into turn 1. That's a good start from the front runners by the looks of it. Yes, it is. Oh, Jensen overtakes Alp there. There we go.
Further back.
Jensen keeps his lead as we went 3 wide into turn 3, I think it is.
Oh,
We have some people
Mercedes
spinning already.
Banner got.
And there is the Mercedes of Shifties. He spun.
He has spun as well, so both the Mercedes not having a great start. Blades is already off, by the way, into turn 1.
He
so
is, and he has
we didn't
DNF'd.
quite all make it through, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we didn't. But the race has not been yellow flagged, so we're still good to go.
God, this is the battle of an ages. I'm seeing Spud up against Thomas, who thought I would be saying that.
I saw it in the background.
Oh.
Let's go take a look.
Dan's managed to get through somehow.
Yeah, but he
run
had a
to
bad
Cops.
run. I had a bad run through Cops, but Spud can't get past. He was looking for it, but he couldn't. And he is.
I think the
that
McLaren's just hit
missing
back
an
with
end plate.
Thomas.
He just hit Thomas, and I saw an end plate flying, and he is definitely missing an end plate. You can see it clearly. Already drops a place to what is that? Ron Zeus.
Yeah, I was about to say, like being the mid pack yesterday, you really need to watch especially when you're following someone through the Maggots and Beckett's, simply because of the downforce, and also because of how close you are
Dan has
following
retired
someone
from the
else.
session in the pits.
Yeah, that is a shame, unfortunately.
Fruitful's actually doing a pretty good job. He has managed to keep Electric Blade on the softs behind him. So not too bad.
Oh, and Dynamo, I think, has gone off.
Yeah, he's still on the track, but I think he did lose a bit of time. And Shifter's now gonna make a move on Andy Wu. Look at this, they're going side by side. There you go, Shifters has the inside and he gets the position.
Yeah, Shifters is going to have to make a lot of ground up after a unfortunate start to his race.
And
has been the big.
by the looks of it, still one big ass DRS train down to 12th, except Jensen has escaped.
Yeah, so Kelster and Shifters the biggest losers out there. Ron Zeus up 7 places. Everyone else has made a couple of positions either way. Alp lost a place off the start, but that is. He doesn't mind me saying this. That is a typical Alp start, usually losing a position or 2. But
Alp has managed to get back inside the DRS of Jensen, which is actually very good for him because now he can leech off of him.
He can indeed.
And maybe Jensen made a little mistake, I'm not sure, but he has dropped down. He was at over a second and now he's dropped down to about 7-8 tenths.
Ron Zeus made another move past Spud.
Spud, yeah. My telemetry was gone, but I saw it happening.
DRS is also enabled, so...
And he wants to get Thomas. Look at that. He's on the back of that.
Patience. It's all about patience.
Patience is key, but he will have DRS now. So will Thomas, and he actually has more speed than Thomas. He's putting the car side by side. Yes, he is, and he has the inside now. Thomas is not going to give up. No, he doesn't. He sticks around the outside. Now he has the inside for the next corner. A little bit of wheel banging, but Thomas not early enough on the power, and Ron Zeus has the position. Into the points he is.
But Thomas has got 30% more ERS than Ron Zeus, so he stayed within DRS. Oh, a little bit of a slide, and Spud's got a great run.
Oh, but he couldn't make anything out of it.
Kelster,
and now he's had Skelster
side by
on the
side through
of
Maggots and Beckett. Spud says no instead. I've seen crashes through here, but
that's Spud gets on the grass.
Brilliant wheel-to-wheel racing. I think Shifters could have a look at all 3 of these guys in front. This could be a bit.
Yeah, Shifter's gonna maybe try and follow Kelster. No, he sits back. Kelster having more speed after Spud hit the grass, getting a 3-second time penalty. Or is that Kelso going on the side of Thomas?
Spud
But he
took
couldn't make
advantage.
it. Yes, but did, and Shifters also passed Kelster's wag now.
I think that's a bit of a person. If I was racing, especially from me, it's like I don't really want to hit someone when it's especially their tier. I think that's the kind of move he was thinking.
Yeah.
Of.
I mean, that's
Worried
usually
making
what
contact.
I do. If I'm in EU3, like, it's not my tier, it's not my race, I'll fight, but, you know, I don't try and crash you.
Speaking of fight, Spud's going to fight out with Shifters and sort of
Thomas.
just box them in.
Oh my god, they went wow, look at Kelso going wide.
Spud, hang on. Thomas backed out of the move.
They went 3 wide. Thomas in the middle. I didn't see Shifter around the outside, but he was there apparently. And now he gets the move on Spud before Cops.
Oh, Dynamo down the inside. Oh, Bama still.
Oh,
Andy's
look at
there
that.
as well.
Andy, woo, side by side. And
This
he backs
is
out.
superb
Oh,
car control from
Bama.
all these guys. Bama's going to go around the outside.
Yeah, he almost hit the back of Dynamo, and now he hasn't, but that he lost speed because of it, and that allows Andy Wu to go back through as Dynamo gets Thomas without DRS.
So, Konzo's lost a
And
couple
look
of
at
places there.
Thomas just lost 3 positions because he didn't have the DRS.
Spud and Shifters going at it as well. That's
Again, let's see it. Oh, look at that, they went almost side by side, it looked like it. That was just perspective. As we have people picking up penalties. Thomas dropped down to last of the remaining cars.
That's fine. He can. I think he just needs to. If I was him, I'd just focus on settling down. I think obviously there's a group in front massively batting it out here. I think.
Yeah, it's the two
not the end of
Haas's
it.
and Konzo's Alpha. A little group. Then we have Vamu and Fruitful, who are a little duo driving up the road from that. Oh, Spud loses it! And he's out! No!
Spud's out! No!
He was doing so great.
He was
Why?
challenging.
Why does it always have to be Spud?
That is a nasty impact, and we have obviously yellow flags.
Now I'm like, who do we look at now? Because that at the back, that was where the fights were at. That was where the battling was at, and now, now it's a bit.
So Alp is closed in, so whilst all that chaos
We could
was
see
happening,
some
Alp
of my
has
DRS.
closed in.
Oh, look at that. There's the Haas switch position. Probably maybe on the mediums. He's gonna go longer, so his electric blade doesn't want to hold him up. Probably.
2A and 1 guys are battling out. It's Bama and Andy.
Yes,
Not for
it
the
is.
first time this season, won't be the last. They've got
Kelster on the
a
back
few
of
more
that.
races to go.
And he
I
was
think
not gonna
Thomas
make
has
a
got
move here.
some kind of damage here.
He must have.
It's not usually this far off the pace. It's 1.6 seconds down.
Okay, there we go. Alp being 2/10 behind now, trying to 4, and he had the DRS here, so I don't know what happened. Maybe he made a mistake before the DRS. He does have links on the back of him.
He does. Percy's there to see, but Fruit is just waiting. He's keeping Vamu at bay, but Vamu's probably quite happy to have Fruit pull him along.
Yeah, but they allowed the Haas of Ronzus to catch up, so he got past Electric Blade, and look at that, he pulled a gap of over a second now, and he's fighting the guys ahead. So definitely a smart move by the Haas to switch positions and let the fastest driver do the work.
Incredibly, the top 5 are only separated by 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean it is a nice track though. Sconzo now gets past Electric Blade 2, was bound to happen. Soft Electric Blade, not really too good on tyre wear.
Vamu's gone early. That is an early stop for Vamu.
Lap 7, I mean, if there's a safety car at this point I would have done the same, but in green flag running, I don't know. I mean, the mediums will go to the end, but if it's the right call, that remains a question. We'll have to wait and see, but we will know later in the race.
Ronzus is up to 7th, so that now there's no gaps between the 3 leading medium runners.
Yeah, because Vamu pitted, who was Vamu being behind Fruitful, which now allows Ronzus to get behind Fruitful and see if he can do anything about it.
Electric Blade is currently well, just hanging on the back of Konzo actually, which is probably helping out just a bit.
It's so beautiful to see how if you look on the minimap, there's like a train of 5 cars at the front, like so close together. So Electric Blade is not giving up on Konzo. He's still behind. Oh, the backhand sliding a little bit there. That's not what you want. He has the DRS, so he's running in, and he's doing it fast, but it won't be enough to get him. Alright, if we look back at the front, we have a train of 5 cars here.
Yeah, these guys kind of not really. I wouldn't say it's boring. It's intense, but they just no one's made the move yet.
No one's made the move. Oh, Alp loses it, at least a little bit. He has now. He hasn't lost that much time to Jensen, but he has allowed Lynx to come up to 2/10.
Yeah, it did mean that Alp then had to just burn a little bit more ERS in the place where he probably didn't want to.
Yeah, maybe. I'm curious to see if Ronzus gets past Fruitful, will he be able to run in 4 seconds and catch up to this train?
Well,
that's what I want to know. He is going to run longer than this, so he's definitely going to take P1. As soon as these guys
think so at some point.
Yeah.
Shifters is also, by the way, don't forget he had a spin, but he's actually closed in a bit on these guys.
Yeah, it's because Electric Blade will not leave Konzo to make a gap on him. He's staying with him, and he might want to challenge that position now with the DRS. As he's 5/10 behind. Every time he comes out of Chapel, I think it is.
Well, this is interesting.
Oh, people are pitting.
They are all
except
in,
for Lynx.
and I think Seabucks has managed to overtake Hersey into the pits.
Yes, he has, because if I'm not wrong, he was in 5th, Seabucks.
So Seabucks has managed to make a move on Hersey into the pits. So the front, 4 of the front 5 have managed to make a stop.
Except for Lynx.
Lynx stays out.
So it was basically just Jensen diving in and the rest following him.
It was who's going to be brave. So Lynx is being brave. He's going to burn all of his ERS on the out lap. Jensen comes out. Where do these guys manage to find a gap? Yeah, they've got a beautiful gap behind Thomas. So
I think Vamu's not too far behind though. Only 3 seconds is still running in because he just came out of the pits, but I think it will stay at about 2.5 seconds.
So Jensen is 28.3 seconds behind the lead. So he was about 2 seconds in front of Lynx. So it's about 29-30 seconds for a pit stop then.
Definitely. And if we then quickly put on gap to leader, if we look at Jensen, it's 28 seconds. Yep. So I doubt that Lynx is gonna stay ahead though. I really doubt it, but
no, but I'm expecting Lynx to come in now, and he does.
You can't hate the man for trying. As Bama is gonna get Donamo on the straight, by the looks of it, yes he does. Around the outside with the DRS he goes.
I don't think Donamo is gonna give this one up though.
No, he is
still there,
and still side by side. But Bama has the inside now.
But Donamo's going to get the inside to the next corner.
Yes, he has, but Bama's not given up. Look at that. Donamo spun.
Oh, Donamo spun it.
Donamo spun it. I don't know what happened there. Did they touch? Or did he spin on his own?
It may have been the sausage curb on the inside if it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, it may have very well been. Now, let's see. IFR Lynx is now just got rid of the pit limiter, and he comes out right behind Alp.
He's done a good job.
Yeah,
and that's partly thanks to Thomas, because Thomas is holding these guys up.
Oh, that's very nice of Thomas, but he actually overtook Seabucks and Hersey, or no, he was in 3rd before, and he's gonna look at this. He just he tried to overtake Alp, but he couldn't make it work. I thought he did, but They overtook Thomas. And this is it now. Now these guys might have went easy on each other on the first stint. Try not to get any damage. Try nothing crazy. But now it's a battle for position. So and none of them have to pit again. So we might see something during the upcoming 16 laps.
How much help was that little bit of hold up there?
I think a lot.
For Alonso's, how much help is that going to give them? We're thinking long term here.
Yeah, if we're thinking about them, I didn't think about them. I was thinking about Lynx. It did help Lynx though. Seabucks and Hersey have dropped off. They're fighting each other now.
It's because they've just also got past Thomas. Thomas clearly has a problem. He's not.
Seabucks now got past Hersey, but the gap to Lynx is a bit far.
Oh, Alp's overtaking Jensen.
And he has just set the fastest lap. So well done, Alp.
Apologies for missing that. I didn't expect it to happen. He was 6 tenths behind.
Neither did I.
Jensen got out of cop, so I didn't think he would be close enough. But he's gone for the move. Whether Jensen's made a mistake or not, well, only they'll know.
Maybe we could have seen if we made it. Oh, someone spun.
It's Donamo.
It's Donamo. And will this be a safety car because there's a lot of cars passing through there?
I'd be surprised if it isn't. It's not looking like it's going to be though.
It isn't actually. That's where I spun, but I didn't lose my tires, so I could keep going. But it did bring out the VSC when I spun there, and now it brings out nothing. As Andy Wu got past Bama with the DRS now. When will the mediums pit? That's the question. I think around lap 16, 17 maybe.
These two fighting away again. I saw this last night. AM1.
He will be the first of the medium runners to go in. Let's look at the tires. No, he's still on the softs. 10 laps on the softs. Electric Blade also still on the softs actually. 11 lap old softs.
Still doing an amazing job. He's still behind.
Yeah, he's
Gonzo.
in P4. Yeah, he's keeping up with Gonzo. Probably, you can't deny it's with some help of DRS, but he's doing a good job. Ron Zeus, very close in back of Fruitful. Is he gonna stay there? Is he gonna be able to overtake him?
Yeah, that gap's come down to about 20 seconds.
Okay. So I think these guys will come out behind them. But I mean, if Jensen wants to overtake Alp again, because he knows if he overtakes Alp, he will have first place if the guys in front pit. So if they fight a lot, they could lose some time to the guys ahead. So as Ronzu's gonna go around the outside, he has the wing ahead. He wants the racing line, but Fruit was on it, so he couldn't make it there. But he has secured P1 for now, as his teammate Electric Blade on the 11 lap old softs is in the pits. And this now puts Ronzus at the front of the pack.
So half a second, the chasing group was just taken out of the guys on the old mediums.
And my question is Ronzus gonna drive off away from Fruitful now, because he looked to be very fast in the early stages of the race, but can he carry that momentum through though?
Well, yeah, that is the question. Only time will tell on that front.
A lot of questions today.
We will. We're waiting for lap 15 or 16, so in a few laps time we're sort of waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, we're waiting a few laps for all our answers to be answered. Wait, all our questions to be answered, that's it.
Sorry, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
And then the 5 guys at the top of the leaderboard will come in, put on the softs, and they will try and chase down the guys on the mediums.
Exactly. So is Bama gonna get past Andy Wu like Andy did last lap on him? He has a DRS. He's very close.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. These two did this, I think, last night as well in AM1. Just
gets it easily done. before the braking zone, and there we go. Is one of them going to pit? No. They continue.
I reckon it's going to be another 2 laps. So this one and the next one before we see someone coming.
Yeah. You can see that. Hersey tried to get past Seabucks, but couldn't make it work. DRS wasn't enough. Alp now another fastest lap, 28.5, improves his own fastest lap.
Jensen sticking with him though. They've sort of dropped Links and Seabucks and Hersey.
Yeah, they have dropped Links actually, so it might just be a 2-man run down to the end of the race.
Actually, no, that's a bit harsh on Links. I think they've dropped Seabucks and Hersey a bit more because those two were fighting with each other.
They definitely dropped them. I mean, already when they came out of the pits, Seabucks and Hersey were like a little bit behind, and then they had to get past Thomas, and they took a little bit longer than the other 3 guys, so that's why they lost time. So
Links is burned. He's got hardly any ERS left. He's trying to get within the DRS of the 2 in front, and then
that's all they did actually. They dropped Links out of the DRS. He hasn't dropped that far behind, 1.3 seconds. That's still okay. Lap 14, anyone pitting now? Not yet.
Fruit had picked up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be.
Andy Wu's internet's doing great.
Is it bouncing all over the place?
He's like zigzagging in a straight line. Like it looks like he loses the back end, and he's gonna do a donut, but then he just gets straight again.
He's also lost his head as well.
He doesn't have a helmet on.
Yeah.
You can just see his head. He's not wearing a helmet. Safety first, people.
So Hersey's got past Seabucks.
Yes, he have. This time he could do it. What he couldn't do last lap.
Ever so slightly a little bit closer on this lap. He's had a better loop as well, a little bit more drive out the corner.
Everyone's on mediums right now, but the top 5 still has to pit. Ronzus though 18 positions up for now. Why does my shoulder always hurt when I'm doing comms? It's really annoying.
Just sit in one place.
Yeah.
We're not standing up, we're not professionals.
Yeah, true, we're not professionals to be honest. I mean, also I don't think I can stand up for an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, they follow each other in! Oh, Zeus picks up a 5-second time penalty, Fruit doesn't.
That's gonna be, Oh, look at that, Andy Wu, last second.
Gonna go for the undercut.
He waited for Bama to continue through, and then he dives it in himself, giving Bama no chance to react on it. So he has to do another lap.
Konzo's just smashing out the lap times. 30.2,
Jensen has actually got
30.2.
past Alp again. Completely missed that.
Konzo's been so consistent. 30.2, 30.2, 30.3, 30.3, 30.2, 30.2, 30.2, 30.4, 30.5, 30.2. He's been just on it nearly every single lap.
They say consistency is key, and I mean, yeah, it is. I'd agree with it, but he is gonna get overtaken by Jensen and Alp and Links when he pits, and Hersey and Seabucks.
Yeah, he's not been as quick as the guys directly behind him. So Jensen, Alp, Links, Hersey, and
now look at this, Andy Wu getting past Kelsey-Swag, no problems there. DRS, softer compound, fresh tires, gets it done easily.
So the gap is 9.9 seconds. It is 9 seconds between Jensen in net first, and Ronzus, and then Fruit just slightly behind.
9 seconds to Ronzus. I think Ronzus should be on for a good one though. I think he can get Seabucks and Hersey, to be honest. I think he should be able to. Maybe even Links.
5-second time penalty left for speeding in the pit lane. That's probably going to be his undoing.
Konzo, the consistent man this race, he's in. Bama stays out for another lap.
It's just so we could say Bama is leading the race. That's all it is, really.
Oh, really? It's just about
Probably.
I've let an EU1 race for at least one lap.
And that, there you go, done, sorted, thank you.
I mean, I don't blame him for putting that on his resume.
Shifters is getting closer and closer to the back of that Ferrari, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see
he's
a
gonna
move.
dive down the inside. No, he isn't. But he will have DRS.
I think he'll get it done this time.
And Vamu completely goes to the side. Speed difference, not that much. Look at him.
Oh, he's hit the back of him.
That looked like a pretty big hit. He hit it again. Looks like a pretty big hit, but no damage visible. But he does get it now.
Yeah, but Vamu's just going to cut back on the... Oh, don't do this.
Are we gonna go side by side through cops?
No.
Unfortunate.
Gap is down to 8 seconds. Oh, they're reeling them in.
Seabucks now gets past Hersey with the DRS. Fruitful and Ronzus catching up to Hersey and Seabucks. Ronzus has actually dropped Fruitful outside of his DRS. Shifters and Vamu going at it again.
Yes. Shifters wants to get this sorted and done. Vamu's burning all his ERS to try and stay with him, but Shifters
There we go,
just wants to
Ronzus fastest lap of the race. Look at Vamu going wide.
Wide, yeah. And again, it's not going to help his
Yeah.
tyres.
It looks like he was gonna turn into the sausage curb on the inside, and then he just turns out of it, and that's what made him go wide.
7.2. He's closing.
Are we talking about Ronzus or?
We are. We're talking about Ron Zeus to Jensen.
The gap to Jensen, yeah, okay. He is actually within side DRS of Hersey and Seabuck, so I don't think it will take long before he gets P5 in him.
The problem he's going to have is he won't be able to overtake Hersey too easily because he's got
has
DRS off the back
also.
of. He's also got DRSs off the back of Seabucks as well, which is particularly very helpful.
But let's say, hypothetically speaking, Ronzus got pushed by Fruitful, and that's why he sped into the pit lane, getting 5 seconds. Is that is that possible to remove that if you get pushed into it?
He didn't push him.
No, but if he did, would it be
Possibly.
removed? Possibly.
Probably looking.
I mean, that's something. Speaking about Hersey having DRS from Seabucks, and it won't be easy to get past. He has done it, yeah.
Yeah, but Ronzus had to use a lot of battery to get past her. That was the problem.
Let's take a look at the battery. 20%.
And Hersey was on 70. That's the big difference there.
I mean, Ronzus, he's really burning ERS though.
Bama's still not stopped, and I don't really get what he's trying to do here.
Maybe put as many laps as he can on his resume? I don't know. Would be funny though. 18 laps on the mediums. He's on these mediums from the start of the race. He can pit now, but like 6 or 7 laps on the
He's
softs.
gonna come out.
It's gonna be like
towards
so late.
The back of the field. He's probably gonna be 13th or 14th.
Yeah, it's gonna be so late. I doubt he's still gonna get points though, because Andy and Gonzo are also on the softs back there. So
Vamu and Electric Blade. Vamu got it done into the cops. That was
yeah,
very
but
nice.
look at that. Vamu not having a lot of ERS because his taillights flickering. Ronzus gets past Seabucks, we missed that, but Electric Blade's probably gonna get past Vamu right now. Yes, he is. Look at that. It's already side by side, and there he goes, easy.
These two make the third move on the same lap.
On to the next lap, where they will
5.2
go
seconds.
again. Yes, he got past Seabucks, and now he's 1.2 seconds to catch Lynx. What is gonna happen here? Could Bama? I mean, Ronzus isn't his teammate, but what if Bama is holding them up for Ronzus? I mean, I doubt it though, because they're not teammates.
If it's going to be anyone, it's going to be. If it's going to be anyone, it's going to be Alp.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because they're both AM1 drivers.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Potentially, I don't know.
He's... Look at that. He was outside the DRS, and now he's already inside the DRS of Lynx. This man's flying. Like, he could very well get P1, and the thing is, can he bridge 5 seconds to him and Jensen?
I don't think he'd be able to bridge the 5 seconds. In terms of getting on track, he's got every chance to. It's down to nearly 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, like, I mean,
6 laps to go.
If you ask me, he's gonna get it on track. Like, most likely he will. But is he gonna dive down the inside here? No, he's gonna wait another lap. The thing is, Jensen's not gonna give up, and he's gonna try all he can to stay within the DRS of that Haas if he gets past, to not let it run away. And knowing Jensen's pace, it's probably going to work.
It's gonna work. Fruit not really following Ronzu's through. He's not lost.
No, definitely. He hasn't
so
even
much.
got past Hersey yet.
Yeah, he's not lost masses of time, but he's just not been able to follow through. Maybe it's just
he's
running.
I mean, he's gaining though, but he isn't gaining as much as Ronzu's is. Like, he's gaining very slowly on Hersey.
Jensen has broken the 1 second and now is behind Bama, so it's only
a matter of time before they get past.
Yes,
definitely is.
Bama has
Can't
2 great white sharks sitting behind him and waiting to pounce.
Yep, but the longer he keeps them behind, the more chances Ronzus has to come back. Because the gap to Alpen Lynx is now 4 seconds.
Yep, and Ronzus is 3 tenths behind him and has DRS.
And he's literally going to get past now.
Lynx is burning. Lynx has now run out of
battery.
DRS battery, and Hersey's gone for a move on Seabuck, so these two are just going to keep battling. Bama has decided to
back up to 30% ERS. Bama has decided to stay out for as long as he could, put as many laps as he can on his resume in EU1, and now he's into the pits.
Vamu's got past Electric Blade again. These two keep swapping positions. That's the fourth or fifth time.
Bama, which, yeah, he's in the pits, so we're missing so many moves because we keep jumping from one to another one.
One to the other. Alp is right. Jensen has got 20% battery.
And exactly as you said, Bama getting out like near the back. He even gets out in P14 behind Kelsterswag. That's not where you want to be.
It's just going to leave him so much. Although he's going to have the tyre advantage, he's going to have to make like 3 or 4 seconds a lap. Electric Blades goes back past Vamu.
Yes, he has, and this time we did catch it on stream. And
Vamu's left the session. No, Vamu.
I think that's most likely internet connection and not a rage quit. At least I hope so.
Alp is 50% more ERS in his favour, and he's only 3 tenths behind Jensen. This could be the move for the lead.
Yes, look at him gaining, look at him gaining, and there he goes around the outside, gets it done, no problem there. These people need to fight a bit more, but Ronzu still on lap 22 from 26, he has a 5-second penalty. He's not getting it. He needs to bridge 5 seconds to Lynx if he even wants a podium, which is gonna be a hard task to do. But if he can catch up to the guys ahead, I don't think he will. Lynx is doing a pretty good job of staying within the DRS, which the DRS activation zone is right there, and he's still under 1 second, so he will have DRS now. Jensen's definitely gonna wanna take that place back. He's not gonna do it over here, he's gonna do it at the long straight near the end of the lap.
It's always going to be. They're both saving the ERS. Though Alp now has pretty much a full battery. Jensen's got half a battery.
And he was going to get past Vamu now. Vamu still hasn't returned into his car.
Just joined the session but not returned.
Maybe he's either still loading in or he's waiting for some clean air to not get into trouble with other drivers.
He's now joined.
Yeah, he has taken control of his car now.
All the intervals have gone a bit.
Yeah, my intervals are completely gone. I'm seeing none.
That's alright. Jensen is closing in, but not enough.
But not close enough. At least I don't need intervals to see that Ivar Lynx is still within 1 second because the DRS was open.
I don't want to say anything else here, but the Ronzus is closing on those guys. Fruit is also closing in on the back of the guys in front of him as well, by the way.
Ronzus is closing, yeah, and he's taking Lynx with him. But, I mean, there's no way. Like, I think the top two is set. The only thing is who's gonna be first out of the two.
The guys on the soft tyres are just still making enough ground. Fruit is closing in. We've got Konzo closing in on Electric Blade, which should be fairly interesting. We've got Jensen still on the back of Alp.
I think this battle for P1 is the place to be right now. We could change to another battle somewhere else in the pack, but it's not looking like there are any, except for Seabucks and Hersey.
I'll make loud noises if anything happens.
Sure.
Ooh, hey!
Wow.
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm Owen Wilson. Wow. So everybody's on 3 seconds actually, except Ronzu's on 5 seconds. Everyone has stopped, and Ronzu's actually the biggest gainer, 16 positions, most likely getting driver of the day, which the game awards you, which actually doesn't do anything, but sure.
Jensen, interestingly, although
he's not getting past even with the
He isn't, but what he's done is that gap between the ERS between them has gone from 50 to 28. So
but someone who is getting past with DRS was Konzo, who just passed Electric Blade.
Yes. I'm waiting for the Alpine of Seabucks to make the move on Hersey. This isn't looking too far away. It's a little bit closer.
Oh, look at that, he gets a better run, yeah, Seabucks, he gets a better run through there, this is it.
Hersey's feeling the pressure.
This is it. Seabucks gets a way better run through there and he gets it done. There he goes. P5 for Seabucks with 2 more laps to go. 1.5 maybe. Bama also very close to the back of Moo, so also on the softer tires, so he should be able to get past if he get in run in. He's putting it.
About it.
Yeah, he's diving it. He puts it there. Vamu's not giving up. He has the inside now. But Bama on the softer tire tries for a switchback, but he can't make it stick, and that's that move done. Hersey and Seabucks battle allows Fruitful to get within DRS.
Ooh, we've got a yellow flag. Electric Blade is gone.
That's unfortunate. He did so well. He still has his front wing on the visual.
That is interesting to see.
Visual damage, he still has his front wing. I don't know what Taz is saying, but
Bama is closing on Vamu. They're weaving left and right.
he's definitely getting it now. Dives it at the inside again. And he gets it done. Look at Famu. What is that? What was that speed all of a sudden?
Back down the inside. Right, Jensen, you've got 2 opportunities left. There's one.
Look at these, still going side by side. Bama and Famu into turn 1. Famu has to back out. Is Electric Blade just getting himself disqualified, or
just chilling?
just chilling.
Right, Jensen, you've got one more opportunity. You've got out down to about the same amount of ERS as you have.
3 seconds.
They're both burning.
3 tenths, but the thing is, he might just drop a few tenths, 1 or 2 tenths in this corner sequence. No, he doesn't. He stays within 3 tenths.
Oh, it's pretty clean. Here we go. This is for the lead. He's got the DRS. Out goes to the inside. Jensen goes to the outside.
Did he wait for the last lap to do anything? He has the outside. The thing is, can he make it? They're still side by side. He's gonna dive it, isn't he? Yes, he is. He does it.
He hasn't got any choice. Out's gonna hold it around the outside.
He wants to
switch back underneath.
He's gonna try it.
Switch back underneath.
He's trying
to do it.
Oh. Did he just touch out wide, or was that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's happened. It's one of the closest finishes I've ever seen in a contest of speed race. Who's won? It's probably Jensen. Not
It
by
is
much.
Jensen, but let's be honest. By the looks, it could have been DC though, because Alp is from AM1. But
that is wheel to wheel racing. I don't know. Vamu's around the outside. He's off the track. Vamu's gonna sneak it through. Gets it done. Vamu's off.
That was beautiful though, done by those two. A great finale of this race.
I've never seen anything like it.
Electric Blade's car goes for blue flags.
Thomas is weaving. He's loving life.
Yes, he was weaving down the straight. Will he weave again? Because I might have just switched away halfway through, but
I don't know if they finished. I don't know if they finished at the same time. We don't know. Who knows? Thomas across the line. We just need Electric Blade to finish so we can find out.
The telemetry isn't even there. That's the my man. You still chilling over there? As Alp has called it a day, probably. I mean, it's hard to say that he's going to bed because he's from AM1, so I doubt that. And that's what you get with warm tires.
I want to.
Oh, he's gonna finish it backwards, isn't he? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's class.
This is prime content. Contest of speed. Yes, Electric Blade, you go, my man. Completely cutting the corner.
Well, whilst Electric Blade is doing his own thing, Shane, we'll just discuss things that can't. So,
yes,
next week is Spain.
Next week is Spain, not the easiest of tracks.
No, it's not. Next week is Spain. That is round 21. So next week we have 4 races to go. We're nearly there, people.
Which are Russia, Jeddah, and Abu Dhabi.
Yes, it is. Well done.
Yeah, after Spain, though. And we've done,
Spain,
we've done, what is it, 24 races this
year. We have done
season.
every single race.
Every single race, 24.
24 rounds, 24 weeks, 6 months.
24 weeks.
Effectively.
With Christmas break in between.
Yep. Oh my god. 0.029 of a second. I have never seen anything like that. That's insane!
Beautiful. He did wait till the last lap and he made it count. I mean, it's most likely desync, but it looked like Jensen pushed him wide. I mean,
that's wheel to wheel.
Yeah, true. I mean, they banged wheels, but it's most likely desync because he's from America.
Right, let's see if we can get these guys in nice and quick.
Yes, let's get these guys in while let's do a rundown of the grid. We have Jensen taking the win by from Alp. Alp only 0.029 behind. Definitely, you could call the photo finish. We didn't do it. Third is for Lynx on the last podium step, then fourth Seabucks. Ronzus gets 5th after a great race. Fruitful 6th, 7th is for Hersey, 8th is for Shifters. Konzo takes 9th, the last point goes to Annie Wu in 10th, Bama 11th, Kelseswag 12th, Vamu takes 13th, Thomas 14th, Electric Blade 15th, Donamo 16th, Spud 17th, Dan 18th and 19th is for Pure Blades. Okay, let's get these guys in here. Oh, I can't leave. What? Come on.
That's alright. Oh no.
I need to wait for the timer. So can everyone just press ready, please? So I can pull up the car in the showroom.
If not, we'll just leave it on the standings. It's not
yeah, that's also a good view.
The gentlemen have arrived. We'll start with Lynx if he's here somewhere, hopefully.
Yep.
Congratulations on your podium, by the way, P3. How was your race?
I mean, yeah, the start of it was fine. I was settling into a rhythm, just chilling, and then when everyone pitted, I was like, okay, let's just push. So I used all my ERS, and I nearly jumped out, nearly got him, but yeah, with Thomas like in the way in the straight, I decided to back out of it. And then yeah, like around 3 laps after that, my left stick of my controller like snapped, so I lost so much time. So I was kind of managing that the entire race, and nearly lost third. So that's quite annoying because I felt I would have easily stayed in the DRS of Jensen and Alp, like for that final battle. But yeah, you know, it happens. So I'm gonna have to try and get a new controller now, which is interesting. But yeah, GG's to Jensen and Alp. It looked like a close finish.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, as you said, the first stint you managed to keep up with the guys in front, and you went brave. The other four came in and pitted, and then you stayed out, and it didn't. It was so close to working,
Yeah.
but obviously just unfortunate. It didn't quite fall your way. But I think the pace on the whole looked pretty solid to possibly be challenging for that win. Just unfortunate things happened.
Yeah, no, definitely. The pace was good all race, apart from when my stick broke, so I lost loads of time. But yeah, I was just able to keep with the podium, so that was good.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Yep,
We'll
thank
move
you.
on to Alp if he's here. I have
I
seen
think he
him
just
join.
joined.
I am. A good result last night in AM1. Nearly back, so close to backing it up in EU1 today. Nearly had the double. A long race battle with yourself and Jensen. Not much to separate you. This is the closest finish to a race I think I've seen for some time. Just explain it all really. I don't know how you feel.
True.
Yeah, it was very close actually. You had, I think we were looking at, you had fairly similar ERS levels left at the end. It was just a case of how you were going to use it and where you were going to use it, and I think it's a bit like you know, you got P2, which is brilliant, but then it's like to lose it at the end. It's sort of like you don't really think about the P2 itself. I don't know, but
It was beautiful to watch from our perspective.
it was
too, wasn't
beautiful. It was beautiful to watch.
It
Alp,
was.
congratulations. Nearly had the double, but well done for last night's result and obviously your P2 this evening. Jensen, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nervy? Or would you say that was strategically well done because you left it late? I thought you weren't going to come back considering how far... Well, you weren't far behind him, but in terms of ERS, you were massively behind Alp at some stage.
Yeah.
You managed to claw it back at the end, just about.
Yeah, big congrats to Alp because yeah, it was really good racing from him, and his ERS conservation was insane that race. I don't know how he managed to like. I was keeping right with him in the DRS, and he still at 80%. I was like, what? And yeah, so basically, yeah, I needed to make the move the last possible moment because I knew Alp would have got me back on the final lap if I was ahead, because he just would have had a massive advantage of me, I reckon. But yeah, the battle was brilliant at the end, but I don't know. At the final corner, it was a very weird one. Well, I instantly thought I made contact with him. I don't know if that cost him or anything, but if I did, and yeah, I would instantly want that reversed with him to win. But in the end, it was a good little tussle at the end. and it's still good points.
Yes, I mean, still good point, still good result. I think you two showed massive respect to each other throughout the race. I think on the whole, the racing that we saw tonight, Shane, was pretty good in terms of wheel-to-wheel action, which is what we come to expect with these guys.
I loved it.
So, yeah, as Alp said, quite easily, you've seen in other leagues and things gone past that you probably could have taken each other out in the last lap, but you kept it pretty much respectful, and it was hard racing, so it was a pleasure to watch. I'm sure it'll be a pleasure to look back on. So congratulations to you, Jensen, for another victory.
Thank you.
Shane, I think that's it, mate.
I think so. If you've done all the interviews, then
the interviews are done. There's only one thing to say, is that we have completed racing at Britain. Another week is done. There's 4 more rounds to go. We are nearly there, people. Just hang on in there.
A week of Spain next week.
It is a week of Spain next week. That'll be Monday night, 9 PM UK, and you can get to hear my lovely voice alongside Danny in the commentary box, commentating on Shane,
yep,
which should be fantastic to watch. And then the usual slots of.
If I don't spin, I'll be happy.
Yeah. I think that's what everyone thinks. If you don't spin, you'll be happy. EU3 on Tuesday with AM2 as well. EU2 on Wednesday and AM1. And then you'll see these guys go at it again in Spain next week. Normal time of Thursday, 9 PM UK. Keep an eye on the socials, etc. for up-to-date information. And Shane, thank you very much, mate. Pleasure
No problem.
as always.
Thank you, and thank everyone for watching. Oh shit.